Good morning and welcome to Fox Chapel's 15th Annual Telethon. I'm Leah Destillo.
And I'm Chris Tomarello. Thank you for joining us this morning to raise money and celebrate the coming holiday season.
Our 90-minute telethon will broadcast live this morning until 12:30. We hope you'll stay tuned in as we talk with local flood victims, enjoy some holiday music, and take a peek into the past to remember exactly what happened Friday, September 17th, when Hurricane Ivan hit the Fox Chapel Area School District.
Hurricane Ivan affected 213 single-family homes, 30 multi-unit homes, and 75 local businesses. FEMA estimates the total damage to cost $130,000, and with Sharpsburg applying for only $90,000 in FEMA aid, there's still a big gap to be filled. We hope to reduce that shortage today with your donations.
We will also take live money donations both in the Career Resource Center in the Fox Chapel Area High School and at a drive-thru in front of the high school building. If you're interested in giving a donation, you can find us at 611 Field Club Road. If it is more convenient for you to mail in your donation, the address is 1650 Main Street in Sharpsburg. We will repeat this information throughout our broadcast.
All of the donated money will stay within the Fox Chapel Area School District until our total reaches a predetermined dollar amount. The monies raised will be evenly split between funding the restoration of All of Us Care and the flood victims. All the donations above that mark will go directly to the affected families in our district.
Now let's go live to the Career Resource Center where Dee Dee Xenakis and Lexi Wolf are ready to introduce some of our special guests and take your donations.
We hope you enjoyed today's telethon. Here are Dee Dee and Lexi.
Thanks, Chris. Good morning and welcome to Fox Chapel Area High School's 15th Annual Telethon. I'm Dee Dee Xenakis.
And I'm Lexi Wolf. Thank you for joining us today for what promises to be a morning of generosity and holiday cheer.
This year, our fundraising efforts will benefit the All of Us Care organization in Sharpsburg and the many families who are victims of Hurricane Ivan this past fall.
In just a few minutes, we will invite in our first guest of the morning, our principal, Mr. Williams, for a special introduction. We will also be joined by our district superintendent, Dr. Fager, a member of the Fox Chapel School Board, and the mayor of Fox Chapel.
We will also be introducing our very special guest host, Mr. John Burnett.
And we would like to extend an invitation for you to be our guest this morning as well. Two of our FCTV announcers, Lauren Cower and Tyler Keenan, are anxiously awaiting in the rain in front of Fox Chapel High School for cars to drive through and give donations during the entire length of the telethon.
If it is more convenient for you to mail in your donation, or if you are watching a rebroadcast of this program, please send your donation to 1650 Main Street in Sharpsburg. 100% of the money donated will go towards flood relief through the All of Us Care organization.
And now I would like to introduce our high school principal, Mr. Williams.
Thanks, Lexi. Thanks, Dee Dee. Appreciate the opportunity to be here. I just wanted to welcome everybody from the high school who's tuning in today. Also welcome those members of the community who are able to receive our broadcast. Really looking forward to this telethon because it does have some special meaning. This is an opportunity for us to unite and support those folks in our community who need it most right now. I want to also take this opportunity to thank Ms. Tabbas and all of her efforts in going through with the marketing students. Also want to thank Mr. Martin, who can't be here physically today, but I know is here in spirit as he recovers from an injury, and Mr. Hand, Mr. Scott Hand and the TV Kids television production. They've just done an outstanding job with organizing the flood telethon for this year. What I'd like to do at this time is introduce our superintendent of schools, Dr. Alan Fager, who would in turn like to introduce some other very important persons. Dr. Fager.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Williams. It's such a pleasure to be here. This is such an exciting time. We've been doing this telethon now for 13 years, helping students helping other students, young people helping other young people. And over those 13 years, this began when our seniors were in kindergarten, and some of them have been working through their elementary schools, through their middle school, and their high school for all of those times. And over that time, they've been able to collect $318,000 to help other students, people who have needs that have greater needs than our students themselves. It's a wonderful opportunity for you to get involved. It's a wonderful opportunity for you to reinforce and encourage all of the good things and all the good work that so many of our students are doing. This is a student production, all student production. Every single dollar that you put forward to help with the All of Us Care, with this telethon, goes directly to the people who have the needs. There's no administration. There's no other costs that we're doing. It all goes to the people who have the greatest needs. And we all are interested in trying to do that. I hope you'll think about doing that too. Not just our high school who's involved with this, but Dorseyville Middle School students, they've been involved with this, our Hartwood Elementary students, our Kerr Elementary students, our O'Hara Elementary students, our Fairview Elementary students. The entire school community, all of our communities are involved. Our Board of School Directors is so supportive of this. Joel Weinstein, the Vice President of the Board of School Directors of Fox Chapel Area School District, is with me today to help me and all of us with our efforts to make sure that we are getting as
Good morning and welcome to Fox Chapel's 15th Annual Telethon. I'm Leah Destillo.
And I'm Chris Tomrello. Thank you for joining us this morning to raise money and celebrate the coming holiday season.
Our 90-minute telethon will broadcast live this morning until 12:30. We hope you'll stay tuned in as we talk with local flood victims, enjoy some holiday music, and take a peek into the past to remember exactly what happened Friday, September 17th, when Hurricane Ivan hit the Fox Chapel Area School District.
Hurricane Ivan affected 213 single-family homes, 30 multi-unit homes, and 75 local businesses. FEMA estimates the total damage to cost $130,000, and with Sharpsburg applying for only $90,000 in FEMA aid, there's still a big gap to be filled. We hope to reduce that shortage today with your donations.
We will also take live money donations both in the Career Resource Center in the Fox Chapel Area High School and in a drive-through in front of the high school building. If you're interested in giving a donation, you can find us at 611 Field Club Road. If it is more convenient for you to mail in your donation, the address is 1650 Main Street in Sharpsburg. We will repeat this information throughout our broadcast.
All of the donated money will stay within the Fox Chapel Area School District until our total reaches a predetermined dollar amount. The monies raised will be evenly split between funding the restoration of All of Us Care and the flood victims. All the donations above that mark will go directly to the affected families in our district.
Now let's go live to the Career Resource Center where Didi Xenakis and Lexi Wolf are ready to introduce some of our special guests and take your donations.
We hope you enjoyed today's telethon. Here are Didi and Lexi.
Thanks, Chris. Good morning and welcome to Fox Chapel Area High School's 15th Annual Telethon. I'm Didi Xenakis.
And I'm Lexi Wolf. Thank you for joining us today for what promises to be a morning of generosity and holiday cheer.
This year, our fundraising efforts will benefit the All of Us Care organization in Sharpsburg and the many families who are victims of Hurricane Ivan this past fall.
In just a few minutes, we will invite in our first guest of the morning, our principal, Mr. Williams, for a special introduction. We will also be joined by our district superintendent, Dr. Fager, a member of the Fox Chapel School Board, and the mayor of Fox Chapel.
We will also be introducing our very special guest host, Mr. John Burnett.
And we would like to extend an invitation for you to be our guest this morning as well. Two of our FCTV announcers, Lauren Cower and Tyler Keenan, are anxiously awaiting in the rain in front of Fox Chapel High School for cars to drive through and give donations during the entire length of the telethon.
If it is more convenient for you to mail in your donation, or if you are watching a rebroadcast of this program, please send your donation to 1650 Main Street in Sharpsburg. 100% of the money donated will go towards flood relief through the All of Us Care organization.
And now I would like to introduce our high school principal, Mr. Williams.
Thanks, Lexi. Thanks, Didi. Appreciate the opportunity to be here. I just wanted to welcome everybody from the high school who's tuning in today. Also welcome those members of the community who are able to receive our broadcast. Really looking forward to this telethon because it does have some special meaning. This is an opportunity for us to unite and support those folks in our community who need it most right now. I want to also take this opportunity to thank Ms. Tabbas and all of her efforts in going through with the marketing students. Also want to thank Mr. Martin, who can't be here physically today, but I know is here in spirit as he recovers from an injury, and Mr. Hand, Mr. Scott Hand and the TV Kids television production. They've just done an outstanding job with organizing the flood telethon for this year. What I'd like to do at this time is introduce our superintendent of schools, Dr. Alan Fager, who would in turn like to introduce some other very important persons. Dr. Fager.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Williams. It's such a pleasure to be here. This is such an exciting time. We've been doing this telethon now for 13 years, helping students helping other students. young people helping other young people. And over those 13 years, this began when our seniors were in kindergarten, and some of them have been working through their elementary schools, through their middle school, and their high school for all of those times. And over that time, they've been able to collect $318,000 to help other students, people who have needs that have greater needs than our students themselves. It's a wonderful opportunity for you to get involved. It's a wonderful opportunity for you to reinforce and encourage all of the good things and all the good work that so many of our students are doing. This is a student production, all student production. Every single dollar that you put forward to help with the All of Us Care, with this telethon, goes directly to the people who have the needs. There's no administration, there's no other costs that we're doing. It all goes to the people who have the greatest needs. And we all are interested in trying to do that. And I hope you'll think about doing that too. Not just our high school who's involved with this, but Dorseyville Middle School students, they've been involved with this, our Hartwood Elementary students, our Kerr Elementary students, our O'Hara Elementary students, our Fairview Elementary students. The entire school community, all of our communities are involved. Our Board of School Directors is so supportive of this. Joel Weinstein, the Vice President of the Board of School Directors of Fox Chapel Area School District, is with me today to help me and all of us with our efforts to make sure that we are getting as much money as we can to help the students. I also have the solicitor of the school district here, Mr. Scheer, who would just like to say a word to you.
But I thank you for the opportunity, because I just want to say to you that we've lived here all our lives, and everyone in my family has been in this school district, including my wife and children, and we now are grandparents of 9 kids who go to this school. So I have a chance to see what the students in this school do, and I am so proud of the entire student body, and especially the effort that you put forth in this campaign. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Well, thank you, Mr. Scheer. I would like to again say, let's do our part to help the students who have the great needs. And I'm certainly going to start symbolically by putting some money in to begin that effort as well. At this time, I'd like to call on the president of the All of Us Care, the man that helps oversee all of the activities that are going on with this, and I'd like to call on the president, Harry McLaughlin. It's your turn. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Am I in the proper stage here, or everything okay? Well, first of all, I'd like to welcome everybody to today's telethon. Amply named Bridge Over Troubled Waters by the students. I thought they had come up with a great name for this telethon. And first, I have to thank the members of the school board that encouraged me to seek the results of changing the telethon to keep the money in our school district. And I also want to thank Dr. Fager, who has worked with me very closely, to Ken Williams, who has chaired our committee, to the students that have worked with us over the past couple of months. And I want to encourage the public to get out their checkbooks and get out their cash and come over and help us. If you don't know anything about some things that have happened in this flood, stop for a moment and stand in your kitchen at home, where you might have had 3 feet of mud and water. Think for a moment the problems that were faced by residents of this community and deserving of our help. So I encourage you to do your best to support them. I also want to take an opportunity to thank the students, because the students had the last say about this charitable contributions. And they voted unanimously to support All of Us Care and the flood victims. And without their support, we would not have been able to do this. So to them, I thank you. And I thank the faculty of the school and all of the schools in the Fox Chapel School District for their help. And now I'd like to take an opportunity to introduce some of my fellow mayors that have shown up this morning to speak with you for a moment. First, I'd like to introduce Mayor Ben Killian from Aspinwall. Ben?
Thank you, Harry. Good morning, everyone. It my great pleasure to be here to help with this telethon. It's amazing how you've carried this on for what Dr. Fager said, 13 years, and that's a really great record. And it's nice that we're going to do this for the local charities of All of Us Care and the Flood Relief Program. We in Aspinwall were spared the heavy damage. We had a few basements that were flooded. Outside of that, we didn't have any. What we did do, and I'm very proud of Aspinwall, along with our Catholic Church, St. Scholastica, and our volunteers out on the street, we collected $30,000 that we turned over to the Salvation Army for the benefit of the flood victims. I just want to bring to attention all the other communities, how much All of Us Care means to us. And we all should help them in every way, shape, and form. The staff members that they have and their volunteers are the greatest. And along with this, I'd like to thank all of you students, the faculty, the administration for the wonderful job that you've done throughout the years. I'm very proud to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Next, I'd like to introduce the Mayor of Sharpsburg, Donnie Ferreira. Donnie?
Thank you, Harry. Happy holidays to all of you, and I would like to personally thank the student body for their kind support of all the flood victims in Sharpsburg. Not only have they done a monetary contribution shortly after the flood, they came to our community as a group, along with faculty, to help and assist those in need to clean up their homes, businesses, and the streets. We had over 220 homes affecting 800 people in the borough of Sharpsburg. And it's certainly a pleasure for me to stand here today, not only to thank the students, but thank those and all those organizations that came forward to help us in our time of needs. There's so many organizations to thank that it would be impossible to do at this time. But you know who you are in group and in person that came to assist us when assistance was needed. Not only that, but our emergency management teams, our police departments, and people from all over Allegheny County and Westmoreland County that came in to help us. If you didn't have a chance to get down to Sharpsburg, take a look at the community, obviously we were very devastated. And we were up and running within 10 days. And we didn't do that as a community, we did that as a family. We all came together. And the students need to be thanked, the students need to be commended for all their hard work and all that they did. So I encourage each of you that are listening today to support their efforts in everything that they do to make this fundraiser a success. And on behalf of my family, I have a check here for $100 that I would personally give to the school for their efforts. And shortly after the flood, we had a group of people come together from the O'Hara Township and surrounding areas within the school district to put on a fundraiser that was held at Jimmy G's restaurant. This group of people were called the Spirit of Sharpsburg. And they came together to raise funds for the community, which was in turn handed over to the borough for distribution. And I feel that there's no better way for this money to be distributed than through this telethon, through the high school and the Spirit of Hope. This money will go to the people of Sharpsburg, and I'm proud to present a check in the amount of $7,433 on behalf of the Spirit of Sharpsburg group that was spearheaded by Sally Zielinski of O'Hara Township. Harry, thank you ever so much for all your efforts, and you have a great day.
Thanks a lot.
Merry Christmas.
I've just been told by the producer here that we're running behind time, so I'd like to call Mayor of Indiana Township, Dan Taylor, to come over. And who else is here with us? And Bob Smith, who's president of our O'Hara Township Council. Gentlemen, just a few words. We are running behind on our schedule.
Okay, I'd like to thank all the students of Fox Chapel Schools for putting the telethon on, And also I'd like to remind everybody once again that all this money collected today stays in our community, and there's no more appropriate time of year to open our hearts and help those in need.
Happy holidays to everybody. I'm extremely proud and honored to be here representing O'Hara Township residents as their president of council. I'd like to encourage everybody to support these two wonderful programs. I want to throw out a couple quick challenges while I'm here. I'm also an alumni from Fox Chapel High School, graduated June 6, 1966. I'd like all the people of the class of 66 to contribute and support these programs. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor? Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Dan. All right. We're finished. Who's next? Thanks, everybody.
You can just grab that over there.
Thank you so much, everyone, for your donations. We really appreciate it, and we hope that it will encourage people to come down and stop by curbside during the day.
As we mentioned before, we're going to have an All of Us Care package, so I guess here it is.
All of Us Care is a local, nonprofit organization that strives to help children grow up strong, safe, and drug and alcohol free. Their staff and volunteers aim to prevent the problems associated with youth drug and alcohol use by providing positive activities for children and teens, support for parents and grandparents, and community building events. For almost 10 years, All of Us Care has brought people together to help build strong, caring communities for children and families. Mrs. Beth Harrison has worked with All of Us Care for the last 3.5 years. We asked her to tell us about the many programs the organization offers.
Current All of Us Care efforts focus on after-school and summer activities for children, youth drug and alcohol prevention, computer access for low-income families, and community building events. Some of our youth activities are homework helpers, open gym recreation days, and the summer activities program. In homework helpers, National Honor Society students from the high school volunteer their time to help younger children with their schoolwork after school. The younger kids really look up to the teenagers, and they look forward to their visits twice a week at the elementary schools and on Activity Bus Tuesdays at the middle school. All of Us Care offers open gym recreation days to give kids a safe, supervised place to be in the late afternoon. At Open Gym, kids can play basketball or board games, relax, get some healthy exercise, and enjoy being with their friends under the guidance of adults and teen volunteers. Open Gym is offered at 2 locations, the Sharpsburg Recreation Center and Boyd Community Center. During the summer, All of Us Care offers a free 6-week summer activities program for underserved youth. The Summer Activities Program provides a series of cultural, educational, and fun-filled trips to kids who might not otherwise be able to enjoy all the wonderful things the Pittsburgh area has to offer. This program also includes supervised swimming at Camp Guyasuta, a bowling league, and free lunch through the Allegheny County Summer Feeding Program. We also facilitate Girls on the Run. Under the guidance of trained coaches, girls work out twice a week for 10 weeks, training to run a 5K race. In addition to building their fitness and self-esteem, the activities include information on nutrition, body image, working together, avoiding alcohol and drugs, and making healthy life choices. The next session of Girls on the Run starts on February 28th. Another thing I'd like to mention is Fox Chapel Cotillion, a program of instruction in ballroom dancing, dining etiquette, and the social graces for middle school age students. Cotillion also serves as a fundraiser to support our other programs. New for this year, we are adding dance classes for older teens and adults. The new program is called Shall We Dance and will meet for 8 Saturdays starting on January 15th. All of Us Care helps bridge the digital divide through our Computer Access for Low-Income Families program. Local businesses and individuals donate used computers to All of Us Care. Adults and teen volunteers refurbish the computers and then distribute them to local families. Over the last 3 years, we have placed more than 120 computers into homes where they are needed for educational use. All of Us Care offers parenting workshops and support groups for grandparents who are raising their grandchildren. We believe that all these activities strengthen our community and help prevent youth drug and alcohol use by giving kids safe, supervised ways to relax and have fun, giving them opportunities to learn new things, and a warm, supportive environment with positive role models. All of Us Care also organizes drug and alcohol education programs for students and parents throughout the year. We coordinate the annual Safe Homes Pledge, host educational forums, and distribute prevention materials at many events. Our biggest special event is the annual Community Walk. Each year, as many as 400 people come out to celebrate community and show their support for All of Us Care and our mission to help kids grow up strong, safe, and drug and alcohol-free in a community that cares. We appreciate all the support we have received from our community, both in donations and in time. We are thrilled to be a part of this year's telethon, and we want to thank everyone who's helping make it such a big success. For more information on All of Us Care programs and volunteer opportunities, please call the All of Us Care office at 412-782-6855 or check out our website, www.allofuscare.org.
It sounds like All of Us Care offers lots of opportunities for students to get involved by volunteering. Whether you like to work on computers, play basketball with younger kids, help organize trips and special events, or share skills and interests of your own, there's a way to help with All of Us Care. Many Fox Chapel area high school students do their senior graduation projects, service learning hours, Eagle Scout projects, or other community service with All of Us Care. Unfortunately, the All of Us Care offices on Main Street in Sharpsburg were severely damaged by the September flood. The group lost almost everything when the waters that damaged so many homes and businesses engulfed the building. A mixture of water, mud, and sewage came up above the tops of the desks. Computers, fax machines, printer and copiers, furniture, files, and resources all were ruined. The organization had no flood insurance and will receive no assistance from the FEMA. In the weeks following the deluge, All of Us Care has helped local flood victims find assistance, worked with other relief organizations, continued All of Us Care programs for children, and organized their 8th annual community walk, all while establishing a new office at 1650 Main Street in Sharpsburg. All of Us Care continues to serve as a resource for people affected by the flood and people who want to help. You can help too by making your contribution today. For more information on All of Us Care programs and volunteer opportunities, call the All of Us Care office at 412-782-6855 or check out their website at www.allofuscare.org.
So glad the donations will be used within our community.
Dee Dee, I think it's time we start taking some donations.
I agree, Lexi. Let's bring in Anirban Sahu, the senior class president, and Amir Sandhu, the student council president, to officially kick off the 2004 All of Us Care Telethon.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hi, ladies. How are you?
Good, how are you?
We're all right.
So tell us a little bit about the ribbon cutting ceremony.
It's an honor to start the 2004 Bridge Over Troubled Water Telethon.
Yeah, we're really proud to be here and donate, be the first ones to kick it off. It's going to be a lot of fun today.
Okay, but I guess we don't actually have a real ribbon to cut then, huh?
No, we'll just pretend that we're cutting something.
Okay, and do you have any donations to make for us today?
Yeah, we have a donation of $250. It's largely raised from the Powder Puff game, other fundraisers too. It's from Student Council.
Well, thank you so much. That's a great way to start off the day, $250.
We really appreciate
You're
it, guys.
welcome.
Thanks.
Sure.
Thanks, boys.
See you.
And now we're going to introduce Emily Teal and Tim Dodson, and they are going to come in and tell us a little bit about a raffle that they have. Come on in, guys.
Hi, Lexi.
Hi.
We got this basket donated us from the coffee tree. It's $50 worth of everything from hot chocolate to toffee to everything. We went around and asked teachers and students to give a $1 donation with their name on the dollar, and we are actually going to call the dollar today and see who wins the basket.
Great. Well, do you want to do that now?
Sure. Would you like to do the honors?
Sure, I would. Just pick out a dollar?
Any dollar.
How about this one? Mess.
Mr. Messiano.
Congratulations.
Great. Well, Mr. Mess.
And then we have these $53 to give to the flood.
That's excellent.
Thank you so much. And when will he be able to pick up his prize?
Well, we'll bring it to him probably right now.
Okay, well,
Guys,
thank you so
that's
much.
such a
guys.
creative fundraiser. Thanks so much. Bye. Yeah, go ahead. You can put it in there.
Geez, that looks like a lot of money.
Well,
Thank you very
congratulations,
much.
Mess. I knew you really wanted this, so good for you. Now we have the pleasure of introducing our guest host for the remainder of this morning's broadcast, Mr. John Burnett.
Thanks, ladies.
Well, hello
Hi,
there.
Lexi. Dee Dee, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks. This is like my 15th one of these things.
Yeah,
so
I know. How's it feel to be a veteran of the telethon?
a veteran. I'm like a senior citizen of the telethon.
Every year I've been here, I've seen you on TV and hosting with your son last year and the year
Yeah,
before.
with my daughter like 5 years ago. In fact, we just got her in from, she's a teacher now down in North Carolina, Samantha is, and we just got her in last night at about 2 in the morning. The flight schedules were all backed up because of the weather in the Midwest. Anyway, it's wonderful to be here. Now, what am I doing? Because I just walked in the door, and I'm speaking to camera one, and what am I saying? Is it something about
Guess
instructions?
You're supposed to be talking about the
I'm looking
telethon a
around the
little bit.
room. All right, well,
So how do you feel about it being All of Us Care instead of the usual that it's always been?
well, I mean, traditionally, the previous 14 telethons were for Make-A-Wish, which, of course, as we all know, is such a great organization. But this year, I think it's vital, and I'm sure that the good people in Make-A-Wish are more than willing to give up their funds for the Flood Relief Fund and for All of Us Care, which is a local organization that is unique, really, to the area. And we're very fortunate to have the people who sponsor All of Us Care and who, you know, are helping out with the flood relief because, as we all know, Sharpsburg, and we've heard from Donnie Ferraro and all the mayors earlier in the show, the area was so devastated, especially when you get down into that lower end of Sharpsburg as it borders Etna. And what a nightmare that was, and still is for many people down there. Now, I know a lot of the people in that end of town, down at Pantone's, at Memories, the taxidermy gun store. Sammy Stellatano down there has worked his tail off to bring his business back and clean up the mess, as have all of the residents down on that end. But there's still a lot of extra work that needs to be done and a lot of money that's needed to help with that cleanup.
Oh, yes.
You know what, Mr. Burnett? I
So,
actually just found
send
out
us that money.
what we're supposed to be talking about. I guess we're supposed to take some donations now. So come on in.
Sounds good. Come on.
So what's
How
your
are you?
name?
I'm Jeremy Rappaport, and I was going to donate $117 that we raised yesterday in the concert that we played. Me, Peter Monteverdi, Dave Shoemate, and Will Versaw. We charged $1 a piece, and we raised $117. So.
Wow,
I
Jeremy,
heard
congratulations.
you guys were the talk of the town in school.
Yes.
Yeah, I honestly have to say, did you guys just put that band together for the purpose of the telethon, or are you guys?
Pretty much. Me and Will were talking about it earlier in the year. We didn't get to rehearse until a few weeks before the actual event, and we met the drummer like 2 days right before it, so it was kind of a last-minute thing.
You definitely should continue with that because it was really good.
Yeah, I honestly have to say, for everybody out there, you should start a real band. You guys sounded like you've been together for years, so.
And it started helping out a good cause.
Yeah,
so that's
absolutely.
And thanks to everyone that came by. It was really nice.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Oh,
appreciate it. See, I mean, it's that kind of stuff that you see, even though the charity has changed, even though it's not Make-A-Wish now, it's All of Us Care and the Flood Relief Fund. People keep giving, and that's just an example of the generous spirit. Whoa, hello, ladies. How are you? More generous spirits have walked into the room. Who are you?
I'm Riley DePellegrini.
Hi, Riley.
Chrissy Rohr.
Hi, Chrissy. How are you?
Good. And we're here on behalf of O'Hara Elementary.
That's where my wife teaches. Yeah.
This is a donation from the faculty for $300.
Nice.
From just the faculty?
Yeah.
Wow.
Out of their own pockets. Isn't that
Very
an amazing
nice.
donation?
And they had a big penny drive over there too. I know that Mrs. Burnett's class raised about $120 just in pennies alone. So I don't know if that's a part of this donation or if it's a separate fund altogether.
Wait a minute,
but-
did you just say $120 in pennies?
In pennies.
What did they
It was
do
ridiculous.
with all of that?
Lexi, you wouldn't have believed it. I mean, for weeks they're counting these pennies, and these kindergartners, 5-year-olds, are doing it in cups with 10 pennies in each cup, and they had them all over the room. They were like having to step over them, to get around.
Well, kids save everything, so I'm sure they put everything in their piggy bank and then just dumped it out.
The creativity of this telethon is unbelievable.
It is. It really is. So how much, ladies? 300?
Yeah.
300.
From the faculty at O'Hara Elementary.
Yep.
Wonderful.
And they also raised separate money too?
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's
Thank you so
fantastic.
much, girls. We really appreciate it.
Thanks
I
for bringing it
think
in. Happy holidays.
Right now, I think we have time for one more donation, so whoever's next, come on in. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
It's
Good to see you.
It's been a while.
It has been. How
I'm
you
excited. Excited for musical.
Wonderful.
Oh, sorry. This is $54 from the sophomore class from Mrs. Rust and Skiles from their room.
So
Is it just like from the homerooms? Or
I'm not really sure how they acquired this. It's kind of scary.
You're just kind of the messenger of the money.
Yeah,
I
I
guess
know.
you could
I didn't even
say.
know.
Well,
I
you get to
didn't
go
know
on
I was going
TV,
on TV
so.
until they got pushed right here with you.
That's okay.
Oh,
all right.
lucky you.
Go ahead and give the musical a plug while you're at it. What are you guys doing this year again?
We're doing Seussical, and it's sure to be amazing. So go and see it.
And it'll be in March.
Yes, it will be in March.
Okay. Starting rehearsals right after the first of the year. All right. Cool. Good to see you again.
Great. Well, I guess we're going to toss it over to curbside now.
Curbside?
Yeah.
Is there somebody outside
Yes,
in this
there
weather?
is. There's outside in the rain. They have umbrellas over the cameras and umbrellas over the microphones. And
Lauren Cower, and she's got to keep her health up for the
those are
basketball game.
Those are some brave souls.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Fox Chapel. It's been a really exciting evening, and we've really enjoyed being your host, but I think it's time for a new beginning.
And when we come back from a look at what's going on outside, Alex Taylor and Catherine Bilge will be ready to accept willing donations.
So, how's it looking out there, guys? Anything interesting? Any interesting donations?
Good morning, Fox Chapel. I'm Tyler Keenan.
And I'm Lauren Cower, and we're here on the curbside in front of Fox Chapel Area High School, where we are waiting for some drive-by donations.
If you are at home, please call a friend or drive to the front of Fox Chapel Area High School with donations.
That's right, rain or shine, wet or dry, we will be here throughout most of the day, so feel free to drop by if you can. Due to the flood in September, this year's telethon is geared towards local flood victims as well as the All of Us Care Foundation.
All of Us Care is a local nonprofit organization located on 1650 Main Street in Sharpsburg. It involves many community-oriented activities such as homework helper,
after-school recreational programs,
drug awareness, and many other community-involved activities.
And you know what? If you drive down right now, there's a chance that you could be our first donation.
Not so fast, Lauren.
What do you got for us, Tyler?
Prior to the telethon, Fox Chapel Area High School student Michael Lloyd donated $10 for the telethon.
That's wonderful. We'll place this in this nice little pail we have here.
Also, my mom and dad
There's
donated $20 for the All of Us Care telethon.
A check from mom and dad. Wonderful. And you know what? Right now, I think we have some inside marketing students who are going to come pay us a visit. Come on in, guys.
What are your names?
I'm Jen Hollingsworth.
Chris Tomarello.
So what's going on inside?
Well, there's tons of activities going on right now trying to raise money for the telethon. We have pictures with Santa, hot chocolate sale, DJ Firm.
Yeah, I heard some music in there. There is a DJ in the comments.
Yeah.
People are dancing, mixing it up. It's going to be a good time.
So we're having fun outside and inside this year.
We now go back to CRC inside.
Send it back to you guys.
Thank you, Lauren and Tyler. Keep warm out there. Good morning, Fox Chapel. I'm Alex Taylor.
And I'm Catherine Bilge. We'll be your host for the next portion of the All of Us Care Telethon.
Right now, we would just like to tell you a little bit more about what we're doing with the telethon. We're raising money for All of Us Care, which is a local nonprofit organization. And for the entire month of December, almost every student has been involved in this fundraising.
It's really important that we pitch in as much as possible because it's All of Us Care that's really helping out the community, especially with the floods.
Exactly.
All of Us Care didn't get any federal aid with even their offices going underwater. However, they've still been helping out the Sharpsburg community, all the while trying to rebuild their own office.
I heard that they had water and mud levels all the way above their desks in their office, which was in Sharpsburg on Main Street. They've moved to a new office right now, but they're still trying to raise a lot of funds so that they can rebuild their furniture and their computers and all the things that they need. And here at the high school, for the entire month of December, almost every student has been involved in fundraising for All of Us Care.
You're right, Alex. I've seen so many students collecting money in homeroom, even decorating their classroom doors to raise money. Plus, I passed by the faculty auction. That was definitely exciting.
Let's find out more about what's been going on in the high school. Here's Gia Thomas to tell us more about the All of Us Care fundraising events.
For the past few months, the students and teachers at Fox Chapel Area High School have been working very hard to raise money for this year's All of Us Care Telethon. The students at FC have done many things to raise money. They sold food and even had contests. One such contest, sponsored by Lendapaw, had students match faculty members with their pet for 50 cents a try and a chance to win a gift certificate prize. Students also raised money by selling pixie sticks and raffling off 2 parking passes. All of this was during QRT. As part of a senior project, a toy box was placed in the office for people to place new and gently used toys for the flood victims. Upon walking around the high school on Friday, you would have been faced with an unusual sight: teachers wearing jeans. Every Friday, any teacher was welcome to wear jeans for a $5 donation to help All of Us Care. Teachers also contributed to the relief fund with their annual faculty auction. A benefit concert featuring Alter Ego rocked the auditorium, while the Newlywed Game entertained in the LGI. Keeping the tradition, QRTs also got together for the annual door decorating contest, which not only helped to raise money, but also brought some color into the halls of FC High School. The high school students and faculty members successfully came to the community's aid in helping to raise money for today's cause. Thank you to everyone who helped in some way. For FCTV, I'm Gia Thomas.
We have a few more students and faculty willing to come on and tell us about what they did to raise their money. Come on in, guys.
You're right, Catherine. Come on. Let's bring in our first donors. All right, can we have your names for everyone at home?
I'm Megan Frank.
I'm Greg Bankert.
And what did you do to raise this money?
We're from Miss Dillon's English 9 classes, and we sold bagels.
Sounds good. So I assume you guys are freshmen?
Yes.
Okay, well, it's great to see you, pitching in, helping out your first year of high school.
How much did you finally raise?
$32.
That's pretty good for bagels.
Go ahead, put it on in, guys. All right, well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And can we have our next donors, please?
Hello.
I recognize you.
You recognize me?
This is Mrs. Cox, our school nurse.
Yes. The faculty had an auction as we do every year, and this year I think we went over what we've done all the other years.
Really?
And we got $1,237 from the auction.
That's incredible.
And then we have a lotto board, and I'm not too sure how that works, but anyway, people have to pay money to get a number.
Okay.
And they gave you $45.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for
Thank you very much.
We thank the faculty, too.
Each year, the other schools in our school districts. Oh, are we taking a little more donations?
Yeah, I think we have time for a few more.
I think we have a couple more. Okay, great.
Okay,
come on in.
You guys come on in. All right, and what are your names for the people at home?
I'm Kelly Scandal.
And I'm Chelsea Chef.
And what did you do to raise the money that we're seeing right here?
For the past 2 weeks, we sold Pixie Sticks during QRT, and we'd like to donate $160.
$160 in Pixie Sticks.
$160 for Pixie Sticks.
That's a lot of
How
sugar.
much was each Pixie stick? Can't say that.
50 cents. Yeah. So, wow, that's a lot of Pixie sticks.
Yeah, 320.
So basically, you've had the entire high school jumped up on sugar for the past 2
weeks.
2 weeks. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. You can go ahead. You can just put it in. All right.
Now, each year, the other schools in our school district spend a lot of time fundraising as well.
That's right, Catherine. Dorseyville Middle School has been hard at work for the past 3 weeks, and I think it's time that we take a look to see exactly what they've been doing.
Jessica Turnbull here at Dorseyville Middle School with the middle school principal, Mr. Soreo, to talk about what some of the students here have done to raise money for All of Us Care flood relief. So what are some of the things that the students have done here to raise money?
Well, I think our kids had a great time, and I think our teachers did too, in working for this really much needed cause. We had several things, and I have them written down so I could look. We had at the beginning, even before we had either the All of Us Care or this drive, we had a closed drive for the flood when we had that back in September. And then after that, our 8th grade student council, they asked us if they could do a fundraiser, and we had an 8th grade only dance where the student council monies paid for the DJs, and they collected all that money for the flood victims. So we kind of got started a little early on that, and then later we heard that All of Us Care was going to have that, and we agreed with the high school that that was the appropriate thing to do for that time.
So you really like that we moved from Make-A-Wish to All of Us Care for this year?
I think that students, it's good that charity begins at home. In a time of an emergency like this, we go where the closest need is. And again, with that beginning at home, with everyone helping the flood victims, and unfortunately, there are still many flood victims that are feeling the effects of the flood that we had back in September. But we like to continue those efforts at Dorseyville. I think that it's not just a holiday time to do it. I think we need to think about those people all the time that were that were in that unfortunate situation.
So the kids have had some great attitude about raising money for local charities.
This year in particular, with Dorseyville, it seems that the classes do get better and better, and this 8th grade class is just a super good class. We've been able to let the line out on them on being very creative on what they want to do, and they've handled that very, very well. In a school of this size with 1,200 people eating cookies and having drinks and pixie sticks and all those kind of things that can be around, and chocolates and baked goods and hot foods and nachos and what have you, it could be a situation where it would be regrettable for everybody because of what the school could look like. But our kids really did a nice job. I made 1 or 2 announcements to mind that. The custodians were fine with it. And we worked together as a family at Dorseyville for that cause. But the kids did like it, and they were very good about it. I think they had a lot of fun.
Yeah. I heard about a dodgeball game that went on to raise money.
Well, actually, they did that in the morning, and I think we had, like hundreds of kids showing up here at different times, and they had to contribute to do that. And they showed up bright early in the morning, and they had a good time, and they had a lot of fun with it, and made a lot of money, along with the other activities that all the kids did too. But yeah, the dodgeball was a big hit. Kids love dodgeball.
Yeah, so they really got creative in the ideas they did for raising money.
Well, sometimes in Dorseyville, it did get pretty creative. The kids were creative as well were the teachers. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between the two, but that's the neat thing about a middle school and our staff here, and sometimes I even get a little carried away with some of the creativity and those ideas that we do. But I assure you they were all appropriate.
I'm sure. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Sorreo.
Okay, and I hope your fundraiser works out well. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Jessica Turnbull here at Dorseyville Middle School.
We're selling ice cream sundaes.
How'd you come up with this idea?
My kids in home base.
How much money do you think you've raised so far?
Over 50.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yep.
What do you guys think of supporting flood victims this year?
Wonderful idea. They need it.
How'd you come up with this idea?
My wonderful home-based students came up with the idea.
So how much money do you think you've raised so far?
We have made approximately $250 at this point.
That's a lot.
Yes, it is. My students are doing a wonderful job.
How do you think of supporting the flood victims instead of doing Make-A-Wish this year?
I think it's a good idea. It's a local effort, and there are people in our community in need of help, and glad Dorseyville has made the effort to do that.
All right, thank you for your time.
Did you do anything, did your home bases or did your team do anything to raise money for the All of Us Care Flood Fund?
Yes, we sold a lot of food and pop and hot chocolate, and some kids played instruments in the hallway to raise money.
Cool. Do you know how much money you guys raised?
We raised a couple $100, but we're still counting.
Did you see any fundraising activities around the halls that you particularly liked?
I personally liked the home bases that had DDR Max to raise money where you played, or like other games, other games that you could go around and play.
Did you see anything that you particularly liked?
I like the home bases that sold a lot of food.
Okay. How's your school been doing to raise money for All of Us Care?
My team personally had a canned goods sale. We brought in clothing for the flood victims.
That's great. What about you?
Our team produced earrings.
That's cool. That's a unique way to raise money. How do you guys feel about doing the All of Us Care flood relief instead of Make-A-Wish? It's a real change from last year. How do you feel about that?
It goes for a public cause, so it's good that it stays in the community. It's something that we know helps out Fox Chapel and not just the world, but us here at home.
All right. Well, it looks like we have the totals here for Dorseyville, actually. They raised $6,556.67.
Wow, that's amazing, Alex. We also want to give a special thank you to Mr. Pinko's class, which alone raised $137.
Which is amazing. I also have a special thank you for Mrs. Ware's home base, which raised $560. So thank you, Dorseyville.
Yeah, thanks again, Dorseyville. You're doing a wonderful job.
It's nice to see that the students have been hard at work to raise money for such a worthy organization.
Yes, Alex, All of Us Care has been working with the school district for many years in programs such as homework helpers and open gyms at the elementary schools.
With us this morning, we have Mrs. Jan Barbas. She's the program director at All of Us Care and is anxious to speak with us about how the flood has impacted her organization as well.
Let's welcome Mrs. Barbas with John Burnett to learn a little more about All of Us Care. Hi, guys.
Hey, Catherine, Alex,
we'll turn it over to you for a little bit.
Thanks very much. All right, we'll let you ladies come back in just a second. Thanks so much. And as Alex and Catherine said, I'm standing here right now with Jan Barbas, who is the program director for All of Us Care. And you've held that position. I know Lauren Goodman sort of helped to start the organization and was your predecessor. How long have you been program director, Jan?
I've been program director now for about a year. And before that, I was administrative assistant, and I've always worked behind the scenes with all the programs and with all the students.
And I know you've been actively involved with the organization almost from the very beginning. Is that right?
Yes.
What a year you've had.
Oh, incredible year. Really incredible.
I mean, if you had known going in that your first year you would face the flood of, I mean, that's a 500-year flood that we had, 10 inches of rain in 8 days. and 6 of those inches coming in 24 hours, and it devastated your offices.
Yes, it did. We lost everything. The morning of the 18th, I went down to check on the office. When I unlocked the front door, mud just rolled down onto my feet, and I looked in and I saw that all the furniture had been turned over, all our files were lost, and everything was just a total mess.
And you're in the same office with Kenda Hammer and the Literacy Center people.
Correct.
Who do such good work in the community as well, as does All of Us Care. How long did it take you, and how costly has it been for you to get things even close to normal?
Oh, well, we've been trying to put things back together since the 17th. It's cost way over, we probably lost at least $70,000 worth of equipment and tools and things, not including what Kenda Hammer has lost in her literacy center.
Right.
All the donations of computers that we used for our computer program we lost after we had built them. We had 12 ready to go out to the community, and we lost all those things.
And these are not things, Jan, that the government just swoops down and replaces.
No.
Or hands you a check and says, here, rebuild tomorrow.
No,
doesn't work that
absolutely
way,
not.
does it?
No, the only way we were able to come back as we are now running our programs is with the help through the community.
Mm-hmm.
We've had people donate furniture. We've had the different boroughs come to us and say they have desks, they have computers.
The Flood Relief Fund and the station there up on, was it, where is it, up on 19th Street?
It's on 23rd Street.
23rd, that's right.
The network.
I've been there 3 or 4 times, but I keep losing track of it.
Yes.
And they're still open and operating?
Yes, they are. They will be there for another month and a half, from what I understand. And they're open 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 4 to 7.
And you can go there and make donations to the fund, or you can help out today. You can call in, you can stop by our curbside and help not only All of Us Care, but and the Literacy Center, but the Flood Relief Fund, which is so vital to the restoration of beautiful downtown Sharpsburg, because it was devastated, especially when you go down on that low end beyond the Indian. And those of you who know Sharpsburg know where I'm talking.
Around the 5th Street, 6th Street, those are the areas that were flooded the most. 5th Street had up to 8 feet of water in the houses.
Incredible.
Some of the homes that were up on, you would call them a platform, the water rose up into their kitchens, about a foot to 2 feet.
And the basements, of course, then were completely
totally
filled,
flooded.
all the way to the ceiling.
Right. Right, and we're not just talking water or river water, we're talking raw sewage and mud. So you couldn't salvage a lot of these things. And what really impacted me the most was walking down the main street of Sharpsburg and seeing people's lives stacked on the sidewalks.
I remember that.
It was just so sad to see.
I remember that. And the dust. Do you remember the dust when things dried out? That it was just blowing around down there, almost like some kind of an atomic waste or something.
It was like a war
eerie.
zone.
It was like a war zone.
It was
and
like a war zone.
with the things stacked out on the street, like you said, it looked like it had just been bombed out.
Yeah, but let me tell you, through all this, the community itself came together.
It's been amazing.
People have been taking care of each other like you wouldn't believe. I mean, there's times when you thought people didn't like each other. Well, after this, everybody came together, and the students, the faculty of the Fox Chapel School District, all the neighbors in Sharpsburg, even the ones that weren't impacted with the flood, they came along and they helped out. I mean, it's just amazing, the outpouring of friendship and love and community that came from all of this.
Well, if you've been down to that relief center on 23rd, as you were saying, and seen the buzz of activity there, and on the 3 or 4 occasions that I've been, either to donate clothes or furniture or cash, it's always busy. Now, I have not been in the last week or two, and I need to get back down there before Christmas, but it's incredible to me how the energy and the intensity that people first put into that place didn't seem to wane. I mean, it continued to be strong. It continued to be a vital support network for the whole community of Sharpsburg. What is All of Us Care going to do from here? I mean, you've basically got the office back open again. You're still trying to, I imagine, recover files, and you still need funds for what?
Well, we need funds to help us with our office space, because we lost our office space and weren't able to get back. And donations for computers, so we can supply computers to people that we promised that we lost in the flood. just things like that.
Well, we appreciate all your hard work and effort, Jan Barbas, and God bless you in this very first year of your tenure as the program director. You're a trooper, and we appreciate everything you're doing for the community through All of Us Care. And
It's a pleasure and a joy.
And I know it is, and you can see it on her face, folks. She's not giving up, so don't you give up on All of Us Care or Sharpsburg. Make those phone calls, stop by, make your donation, and help us out here. We're on the air for another 40 minutes or so, and we sure could use your call and your energy and your time. Now back to Catherine and Alex.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, ladies.
All right, thanks, guys. Every year, we gather a few student musicians to play some holiday music for the telethon. And for the first time, the high school sax quartet has recorded a holiday song of their own for us.
Check out Brian Webster's Senior Project Quartet play A Little Town of Bethlehem.
Thanks, you sound wonderful.
All right, and we're going to bring in some more donations from people here in the high school. Why don't you guys come on in? And say your names so everyone knows.
I'm Katie Walker.
I'm Lindsay Kanzbaum.
And how did you raise whatever money you're giving us?
This is from the PTA. We're representing the PTSA of Fox Chapel High School.
All right. And did you guys do anything special to raise this money, or are these just donations?
They're just donations.
All right.
So how much did you total?
$1,000.
Wow.
That's wonderful. Nice
quite
even
some
number.
donations.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Just
you very
drop
much.
it on in there. All right, can we have our next donation come in? Lots of people. Come on in.
We're from the curriculum office. I'm from the curriculum office. We're from the administrative offices at Fox Chapel.
Okay.
This is Hillary. She's our student helper.
Okay,
Sharon
Hillary.
Breisinger. Naomi Knighting.
All right, and what are you guys bringing us?
We're bringing in place of the exchanging gifts this year. We donated $365.
That's
Wow,
great.
Thank you very much.
I don't know if you guys heard that, but instead of exchanging gifts this year, they all decided to donate money to All of Us Care, which is great. $365.
quite generous. Quite generous.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. All right, and our next donator. Oh, actually, we're going to have a total girl.
It's exciting.
Angela Lavrance is going to come in and give us our total so far.
We've just reached a total of $13,406. Great job, everyone.
Wow, that's great. We've only been on air less than an hour, and we already have over $13,000. So please come on down and give more money to us. We really want to make this an effort that's really worthwhile.
That is very impressive. And right now we're going to go back to curbside to just check in on how things are doing there.
Welcome back to Curbside,
where I am currently the only one without a hat on. Right now we are joined by 3 marketing students.
So Nachi, what are you guys doing to collect money?
Basically, we're going out in the front and flagging down cars, asking them for donations for the flood telethon.
I think I actually saw Nachi chase one down earlier, so good stuff. Tell us, what are these exactly for?
These are to keep our bodies safe in the cars so they can see us.
You know, make yourself more visible?
Yeah.
It's probably a good idea.
You guys have been out here for a while. How much money do you think you've raised?
Currently we're up to about $250.
And a $200 check, I understand?
Yes, generous donation.
$200 check, sounds good.
Unbelievable.
And you know what? I think we actually have our first car.
We'll let you guys go back on your trail.
Continue your hard work. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go see what this car has for us. Hello, hello.
Do you guys mind coming out of the car?
Mind stepping out? We have 2 FC students. Hi.
Good. What are your names?
Would you like to introduce yourselves?
I am Kyle.
This is Kyle.
Courtney.
Courtney, what do you guys have for us? Any donations?
Yeah, we brought a donation of money from a bunch of our friends to keep you guys some company,
Including Hannah Pledgy.
Thank you.
Hannah
All right,
Pledgy.
sounds good.
Wonderful.
So we're adding to the pail.
Of course.
Trying to set an example that we can
Yeah.
do drive-bys, make donations for this great cause.
Exactly.
Definitely. This is our
Follow by example, guys.
This
we
is our
we
first
will
car.
be here. So drive by. Yep, first car. We're anticipating more. So if you guys feel like driving by, we will be happy to have you.
We appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you.
All right.
This pail's filling up.
For another donation, so please come on in.
All right. Who do we have here?
I'm Courtney Banks, and we're representing the freshman class.
Oh, the freshman class. Great. Okay, so could you guys just say your name and each of the offices you guys hold?
The president, Sam Bernstein.
I'm the vice president, Chelsea Schass. I'm the treasurer, Elizabeth Osell.
Okay, so I'm guessing you're vice president then?
Secretary.
Secretary.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't. Okay.
We're donating from Christmas Caroling 8865.
8865.
Christmas Carol.
That is pretty good for your first year.
So, where'd you guys go carol?
Aspen Mall.
Last Thursday, we went from just a few hours. It was pretty fun.
That's good. So did you guys have fun? Was
Yes,
it cold?
we did.
Yeah, kind of.
It was kind of cold, but it was worth it.
Okay, kind of
very
cold,
good
but
to
worth
see
it.
participating.
All right, you guys, do
Thank
you
you
have
very
a check
much.
to drop in?
We donated.
Oh, you
Oh,
already
great.
donated.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you guys.
Well, it's time for us to say goodbye and introduce you to the final set of hosts for the second half of our 15th annual telethon.
When we come back, Julie Armour and Hannah Rosenberg will be here to host the home stretch. But first, let's go, and we're going to be hearing from a string quartet.
Good afternoon, Fox Chapel. I'm Julie Armour.
And I'm Hannah Rosenberg. We will be your hosts for the next portion of the telethon.
We'd like to remind you that there are only 60 minutes to remain in our live broadcast, and we encourage you to stop by the front of the high school where Lauren Cower and Tyler Keenan are anxiously awaiting your arrival. Or if you're watching a rebroadcast, mail your donation to 1650 Main Street in Sharpsburg.
After interviewing 2 local flood victims, Donna Funaro and Lori Josick, we gained a better understanding as to what they actually experienced the night of September 17th when the flood devastated our local community.
And I thought to myself, I kept looking outside, it was getting dark. I'm like, ooh, really? Never thinking that I should check,
Check the basement.
I just wasn't thinking.
Have you gotten water in your basement in the past?
Not while I lived there.
Not.
No, my landlord told me years ago, I can't remember what year he said, that the basement got flooded, but it only came up to the steps. That they're like maybe 3 steps down, when you go down 3 steps. It's about that much. I said, oh, okay, well, all right. Well, I said, if it happened, it happened. I mean, if it's not going to go any further.
Yeah.
So, did somebody come and tell you that you had to be evacuated, or somebody call, or how
Yeah,
did
the
that
firemen were
work
at our
out?
door, and they told us that we had like 5 minutes to get out of our house. We had to like bring clothes, and we had to go somewhere farther up. And we went up to my mom's friend's house, Lou. She's Vietnamese, and we went up there and we walked. But we were like, when they told us to evacuate, we were like in shock. So we were like running around with chickens
with your head cut off.
Yeah, because we were like just so like surprised because I didn't think we would have to evacuate.
What stuff did you grab?
Well, I had to run all the way upstairs in the attic because that's where my room is, and I just like grabbed a bunch of clothes and I put them in a giant Eagle bag, and then I put them in a different bag so if they hit the water, they wouldn't get wet.
9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. I took a look up front, and I thought, oh my God, the water was rising.
On the street?
On the main street. I'm thinking, oh, gee. Then about 9:50, I went downstairs, the water started coming. It started from the laundry room where that little hole, the drain hole is. Then it was coming in from the back room where I keep all my stuff. And I'm like, ooh. I was like, but it was like a twinkle.
Just real slow,
Nothing, just like a big blob coming down. I thought, okay, it's not bad. Jeremy said, what do you think? I said, well, it's nothing. I mean, if it's going to get wet, maybe it'll get that much. Just wait a while. I saw somebody, a man walking back and forth, and I'm thinking, we're screaming. I said, Jeremy, I can't hear what he's saying. So I said, I'm going to scream for help. And I said, you hear what he's saying. He said, okay, so I'm holding on to him. In the meantime, he's like, face got real white and everything. And he said, and I said, can you help us? I said, we're stuck here. And he said, hold on. He's going to call,
So he recognized, he heard you.
Well, later on.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. So he said, just wait. I said, all right. So we stayed in the corner. I said, Jeremy, you stay right here. I forgot my purse. So I ran back in, got his medicine, my purse, my keys or whatever, and just stayed on the deck porch in the corner. In the meantime, the water was coming up and up and up. Well, normally on my deck, you're looking on the ground. I'm looking at the water. Wow. I'm looking at the water. And I was like, and then he said, shh. I said, what is it? The guy said he's coming down now. So I tried to walk over, but I was stoked. And I looked, there was a whole bunch of the police and the firemen and all that stuff. He said, there's no way we can get you. You're going to have to wait for about a half an hour. We'll get in a boat.
Wow. You guys walked up to her house?
Yes, well, I told my mom we should go through the parking lot because there's a parking lot, but we went the main street, and the main street was like 3 feet of water. It was like up to here on me, and my sister, Jessie, was screaming because it was like up to here on her, and she was really scared, and it was so cold, and like nobody was there. It was empty. It was completely empty, and it was really like cold and dark, and you couldn't really see anything because the street lights were dimmed.
and it was like really hard to navigate around the curbs because you didn't know where the curbs were, and I almost tripped and went under. But we only had like a little bit to go. We had to cross the street and go up the hill, like towards the church, and then we had to walk a couple blocks and we were at her house. So it wasn't that bad, but it was just really like overwhelming. Like we didn't know something this bad could happen.
And I'm like, you know what, I just had a funny feeling in a pit in my stomach. And then by 10:30, the water was coming from the basement.
Up the steps?
Up the steps.
Had you gotten anything from the
No.
basement?
No,
You
I
just didn't have...
No, because, I mean,
How
it was
could
just...
you when the water was up that high already?
Yeah, and it just came up to the basement. By 11:30, I looked outside. You couldn't see the power street sign. Everything was dark outside. I didn't know people were being evacuated. Nobody came knocking on our door. Nobody. Nobody.
Was there anything on the news that said
No, nothing. I felt so alone, and I'm thinking, oh my God, what are we gonna do? I have a kid to worry about.
So you guys spent the night, and then what did you do the next day?
Well,
did
the
you
morning
go back to your
Vince
house?
had already left, and it was around 10:30, 11 o'clock. We decided to leave, and we headed down the hill to the main street. Everything was covered with mud. It was slippy, thick mud. It wasn't regular mud. It was like really, really slippy, and it was really thick, and it really smelled really bad. And we were like slipping all over the place, and everything was like trash. All garbage was in the
All over the place.
streets, and it was like so horrible to see all that. And then when we finally got home, oh my goodness. When we walked up, like the carpet water splashed. It was so horrible. Like everything on our first floor that was on the floor, like got ruined. Like our couch we had to throw out because it got high enough to where it soaked through.
Yeah.
And it was just really horrible. Like our shoes and my book bag was on the floor and it got ruined. And my sister's school books got ruined, and everything just totally gone.
Was there any...
So I finally made it to my house. My porch was this way. Yeah, the steps were pulled away from the house. So I'm trying to make it up. And when I opened that door, I thought, oh my God. I had garbage everywhere. Because the front door blew open with the water. I don't know whose garbage was. It was everything. Jars of baby food, this and that, blankets within my house. I'm like, twigs. And it was a big piece of lumber, and there was a log this much away from my window. It was that, I got jammed.
in the house.
And it was that much away from the picture window. If it would have went through, it would have busted it. And I'm like, oh my God. I hate to think what downstairs looked like. So I was trying to get downstairs. Michael Ritchie went first. He said, Donna, you don't want to see this. I said, I have to. John's piano. His piano is here. I have to sit my washer and I want to sit. Oh. You couldn't go down. At the bottom steps, you couldn't move.
It was all mud.
The piano I had over in the corner, it was towards the steps, upside down.
Wow.
And it was a baby grand piano.
Oh
My washer and dryer was here, the other way. Wood, the ceiling, everything. And and there was the only thing that was like going back and forth was the soccer ball.
For FCTV, I'm Julie Armour.
Thanks for those interviews, Julie.
Sure, Hannah. You would not believe the incredible experience I had when I was interviewing them to hear exactly what they went through that night when the flood hit.
Yeah. Well, let's bring in some more donations to see if we can help them out a little more.
Sounds great. Come on in, guys.
girls.
How are you today?
I'm great.
What are you girls representing?
We sold Oreo dirt.
Okay.
And we made $67.36.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot.
Just from dirt? When did you sell the dirt?
Last week and earlier this week.
Okay.
During lunches? All lunches? Or
QRT.
QRT?
Did you make it yourself or? Yes.
I hope you
That's
had help
something to
to
be
prove
proud of.
you couldn't do it all by yourself. You did it? Wow. Well, thank you so much
Thank
for your
you.
donation.
All right.
Looks like we have a couple more donations
Yeah.
coming in the door.
All right, come on.
Welcome.
Hi, guys. What is your donation from?
Well, we're representing two clubs.
Okay.
Representatives for Lendepaw couldn't be here today, but they
Okay.
wanted to let you know they raised over $50. Lendepaw is
wow,
the animal
that's
group
great.
here that helps to encourage people to adopt animals and help animal shelters. So they raised $50.
Okay, great. Cause. Very good. Thank you.
Our other donation was on behalf of Foxtails and Tapestry, our two literary publications, and we just raised that by staff donations.
Okay.
So,
That's nice. You
Very
didn't sell
nice.
anything? Just donations?
yeah, just donations.
Well, that's great, too.
Very generous.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
All right, guys.
Any more donations for us coming in the door?
Yeah? All right, come on in.
Hi guys, I'm Brittany Furman. And I'm Michelle.
Okay.
We raised $2.38 from our third period biology class.
Okay.
So we're just donating that.
Okay. Thank you.
Pocket
Yeah,
change?
every penny helps.
All right.
Great. Thank
You're
you
right.
very much. You're certainly right.
And one more donation, I think. Come on in.
Hi, I'm
girls.
Ashley Prasnikar.
Okay.
I'm Lisa Hofer. And we raised $6 from people at lunch who had extra money.
Okay, that's
Very nice.
great. Thank you,
Everyone's
girls.
been so generous
I
at the high
know.
school.
And the pocket change is really adding up.
Exactly. Students at O'Hara Elementary are anxious to share with us what they've been doing to raise money for flood victims.
Here's Lauren Danino with an overview of O'Hara's fundraising. Then we'll go to O'Hara Elementary to meet with some of the hardworking students.
Danino outside of O'Hara Elementary School.
And I'm Marcia Rangapal, and we're going to be looking at how O'Hara Elementary raised money for this year's telethon.
Both staff and students at O'Hara Elementary took part in raising money for this year's telethon. The kindergartners brought in pennies from home to wrap in class, while the first graders collected nickels. The administration had 2 casual dress days in which teachers wore jeans on Friday for a small donation.
This Care Telethon this year because all of the money will go to help local flood victims.
O'Hara students were fundraising up until the day before the telethon, but still had time to share some holiday spirit. For FCTV, I'm Lauren Danino.
I'm here from O'Hara Elementary with Mrs. Robinson's first grade class, performing a holiday poem for you.
The holiday season is here. It's the name of our presentation. It tells about the joy of the holiday season.
People are happy to be together. No one worries about the weather. The holiday season is just great. So many reasons to celebrate. Everyone wears big happy smiles. Friends and relatives cross the miles. Holiday foods are fun to make. Cookies on trays ready to bake. Friends and relatives by the bunch. Yummy holiday foods to munch. All the children are so excited. Faces glow when candles are lighted. After the holiday dinner is done, songs and games are lots of fun. Presents are given to young and old. So many stories to hear and told. Each family member is filled with delight to be here together on this happy night. People are happy to be together. No one worries about the weather. The holiday season is just great. So many reasons to celebrate. We hope you enjoyed our presentation, and we wish you a joyous holiday season. Fox Chapel area students had some fundraising to help the flood victims in our school district. The first grade students at O'Hara had a nickel drive. We enjoyed learning to count by fives while helping our neighbors. We are still collecting money for the telethon. Every nickel counts. We hope our efforts will show everyone in our community that even one small child can make a big difference. Happy holidays from the first grade students at O'Hara Elementary School.
Thanks, guys. That was a really great poem. And thanks for all of your efforts collecting nickels. Did you guys have fun?
Thanks, O'Hara, for all your donations. Keep the money rolling in. Well, Hannah, it looks like it's time to hear a holiday song from our madrigal singers here at the high school.
All right, let's hear them sing.
O come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. O come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. O come, let us adore him. O come, let us adore him. O come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Adeste fideles, leti triumphantes, venite, venite in Bethlehem. Natum videte regem angelorum, venite adoremus, venite adoremus, venite adoremus Dominum.
Thanks so much, Madrigals. It sounded great.
All right, I think we have a couple more donations.
Come on in.
So let's have them come in.
Hi.
Hi. Do you want to tell us where your donation is from?
From this year's production of the Fox Chapel Follies.
Okay.
That we presented at the Field Club.
Oh, great.
Normally all of our donations this year actually went to the Boyd Community Center, but as a cast, we decided that it would be a nice thing to do for the community to raise some extra money for the flood relief. And what we did was put together a holiday basket of cheer and sold raffle tickets for $5 and 3 for $10 during our performances, and we were able to raise $1,994.
Wow, well, that's great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. All
So
right,
there you
thank
are.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks. Any more donations coming in the door?
All right, I think we have one more donation, Julie.
Come on in.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
All right, I see you're from NHS.
Yes, we are. My name is Mary Sasson. I'm the president.
Okay, great.
I'm Jim Finley. I'm the secretary.
And I'm Catherine Bilkey, and I'm the vice president. Wes Altman would also be here. He's our treasurer, but he's directing the telethon right now, so we wish him the best.
Do you want to? I see your total right there. That's a pretty big number. How did you raise all that money?
What we did was we gave out T-shirts and packets and had students go around to their street and just plainly knock on the doors and ask for donations for the flood, and we were able to raise this much.
Great. Wow. And I see you're sporting that T-shirt right now.
Yes.
And right before we go, we just really wanted to thank the community really quickly because all this money is from them, from our soliciting of them, and us bothering them at their doors, so thanks very much.
Great.
Oh, thank you so much, guys. What an incredible donation.
We're actually here for another donation, too.
Okay.
Well, great.
The Forensics Video Club, Model UN, and Latin Club sold Krispy Kreme donuts to QRTs, and we're able to raise $300.
Wow.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
guys.
very much.
All those clubs
Right.
working hard.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mary.
Thanks, guys.
All right, well, just as the kids at Fox Chapel High School have been working hard, so has Hartwood Elementary. They have been busy building the past few weeks as students as young as 5 years old are raising for All of Us Care.
Wow. The students have been involved in these countless activities just to raise money for flood victims and conjure up a little bit of their own holiday spirit.
It's time to go to Hartwood Elementary to take a first-hand look at what they've been doing. But before that, let's go to Ann Fazzini with an overview of their fundraising events.
At Fox Chapel Area School District's Hartwood Elementary School, students and teachers alike have been working hard with positive attitudes to raise money for All of Us Care and the flood victims. Hartwood's teachers have done their part by participating in Jeans Day every Friday and by depositing money into what they've come to call the fish tank. Students at Hartwood have been busy raising money and by organizing events such as food sales and participating in the Hopathon that occurred at Hartwood not too long ago. Students also have contributed to the communal fish tank, and I'm sure that their hard work and positive outlook on fundraising won't go unrewarded. For FCTV, I'm Ann Fazzini.
Hi, I'm
And I'm Risa Trump.
and we're coming here from Hartwood Elementary to see what the students and teachers have done here to raise money for the All of Us Care flood relief.
Now we're going to hear from some select advanced band students playing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman with the second grade chorus singing. Wow, that sounded great, guys. Great job.
We're now going to meet a few members of the Hartwood Activities Committee, which organized most of the events that Hartwood did to fund all of the money that they raised for the All of Us Care flood relief.
Hi, I'm Roseanne Wiest. This is Noreen Rovnak and Kim Ankoviak. And we'd like to thank all of the students, teachers, staff, and parents, and all the students at Hartwood for everything they did to raise this money. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your hard work. You know, every penny counts, and we really appreciate all the money you guys raised. Thank you.
Now we're going to hear from the second grade chorus, Keeping Up with the Holiday Spirit, and they're going to sing We Wish You a Merry Christmas.
Take it away, guys.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings to you wherever you are. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring
Thanks, kids. You've been doing a fabulous job.
Well, we're going to take a look at what some more high school students have been doing to raise money. Come
All
on
right,
in, guys.
come on in. Hi, guys. Where did you get this money from?
This is the O'Hara first graders nickel drive.
Nickel
The
drive,
nickel
okay.
drive, yeah.
And how did you get in charge of the O'Hara Nickel Drive?
Well, someone gave it to us. We just
All right,
got it.
so you're just the messenger.
Yes, that's right.
All right.
Sounds good. How much
Great.
did they raise, guys?
$121.65.
Wow,
That's a lot of
just from
nickels.
nickels. Just like our penny drive earlier. It's an incredible donation. Thank you so
Great.
much.
Thanks, guys.
There you go.
All right.
All right, next donation, please. Come
Come on
on
in, guys.
How are you this afternoon?
Good.
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 Could you give us your names?
I'm Chris Tomarello.
Okay.
Sarah Obernauer.
Okay. And where are you coming from?
We actually don't have a donation. We just want to announce the winners of our raffle.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Was this for the
This
drive?
was for the telethon,
Okay.
and we raffled off 2 parking passes.
Okay.
So Sarah's going to
I
announce
bet
the winners.
everyone will be excited for these
They
results.
should be.
All right, Andrew Kiproff, QRT 160.
Okay, again, that was Andrew Kiproff. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Tim.
Okay, that's another one for him.
Okay.
Apparently, Andrew really wanted
And
this parking
Jen
pass.
Hollingsworth, QRT 126.
Okay,
And
congratulations.
John Hollingsworth, thank you so much.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Congratulations to the people who won the parking passes.
Yeah.
That's got to be exciting. I've been trying to get a parking pass ever since I got my license here.
That will be a nice holiday gift.
All right, right now we have a total for us. Angela's here.
With all the generous donations, we've reached a total of $22,014.35. Once again, we're so thankful for all of your support.
That's great.
Thank you, Angela.
Thank you.
Okay, one more donation.
Okay.
Please come on in.
Come on in.
Hi.
Hi, what's your name?
Matt Smith, and I raised money by my band playing in the auditorium.
Oh,
we
great.
raised $52.
Okay, great.
So
What's
it
your
was
band called?
Alter Ego.
Oh, Alter
It was a
Ego.
fun
Okay.
experience.
Great.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
donation.
And good luck to your band.
Thank you.
All right, come on in. Hi,
Hi.
ladies.
Hello.
What is this from?
Oh my gosh.
We organized a teacher fundraiser, and teachers donated $5 to wear jeans to school on Fridays.
Okay, great.
Nice. Wow, look at that total. $1,075. That's incredible.
That's really great.
Thank you so much,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. At this time, we will be saying goodbye to some of our local viewers. Thank you so much for your participation and generous donations.
But for the rest of you and our viewers in the district buildings, we hope that you'll stay tuned for a final 30 minutes of entertainment and donations.
Kerr Elementary, excuse me, we're not going to Kerr right now. We're going to take another donation.
Okay, great. Come on in. Hi.
Hi. I'm Miss Dillon, and I'm representing the Fox Chapel Area Educators Association, which is made up of all of the teachers from all the school districts. Right after the flood, the teachers from all of the districts banded together, and we took a Saturday morning, and we went into Sharpsburg, and we helped to clean the homes and clean the streets.
That's great.
So in addition to that, today we're also donating $100 to the cause.
Thank
Well, that's
you so
great.
much for
Thank
your help.
you.
I'm sure they appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have another donation? All right, come in.
Hello.
Hi.
There's a microphone for you.
What are your names? Your names, ladies?
I'm Jackie Campbell.
Okay.
Maria Hansen.
Okay.
All right, and what did you do to help raise money?
Well, I just started a new club this year called Vision. It's a Christian club, and yesterday we just took a donation in the club and during QRT, and we actually raised about $20.48. So.
Well, that's great.
Wow.
Okay, just donations. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
I think we have another donation, Julie.
Come on in, guys.
Come on in.
You're always welcome. Bring that money in.
All right.
Aren't you
Hi.
festive? What exactly are you sporting here?
We were outside collecting money for the off the curbside.
Okay.
And we raised $337.80.
Oh, that's
Wow,
great.
you've been having a lot of cars drive by.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of donations. Is it cold outside?
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
Pretty cold?
Chilly. How about
Okay.
that rain? Has the rain stopped?
No.
No. It's still raining.
Well, you guys look pretty dry. Do you have your umbrellas out there?
No.
No. Okay. Well, that's great. All right, do you have the money or? You
Turned
donated it?
already?
Great.
All right. Well, thanks for coming
Thanks,
and showing
guys.
your faces.
All right.
Take that mic with you. All right. At this time, we'll be saying goodbye to some of our local viewers. Thank you so much for your participation and generous donations.
But for the rest of you and our viewers in the district buildings, we hope that you'll stay tuned for a final 30 minutes of entertainment and donations.
Sounds great. At this time, we're going to head out to Curbside with Lauren Cower and Tyler Keenan. How's it looking out there, guys?
Hi, welcome back to the Curbside, where the rain has now turned into snow.
Prior to this car, we received a donation from Mr. Barnes. So Haley Barnes, if you're in there, thank you.
Right now we have a car stopped, and I think we have a few girls who are going to make a donation. So, guys, want to introduce yourselves?
Julie Slavish.
And Ashley Bergstrom is the driver here. So what do you guys have for us?
We have $20.
We got $20 to add to this nice pail.
Excellent. Shouldn't you ladies be in school right now, though?
We had to make a whipped cream run for the pie in the face.
Likely story. Well, thank you girls
Thank you very
much. More cars are welcome. We still have time. There's still time for you to drive by and drop off some money. In this pail, I think we still got some room.
Thank you. We head back inside now.
Now we're going to send it back to you guys inside.
Fairview Elementary has also been involved in a whirlwind of activity this past month. Students and teachers raised money to buy holiday presents and gift certificates for the families in need.
Let's go to Kayla Zoller and Catherine Cannon at Fairview Elementary for a closer look at their holiday fundraisers.
Hi, I'm Kayla Zoller here at Fairview Elementary School with a look at what students here did for this year's telethon.
In the past month, Fairview Elementary has been lending a helping hand to the flood victims. The students and staff donated over 400 items, including CD players and backpacks. The school raised more than $2,500 through a jump-a-thon and a fundraiser at Max and Irma's. Some of the raised money was used to buy Walmart gift cards. Then the students crafted holiday greeting cards for the gift certificates. They were then sent to the flood victim families just in time for the holiday season. For FCTV, I'm Kayla Zoller.
I'm Kayla Zoller here at Fairview Elementary with a few students to let us know what they did for this year's telethon.
Hi, we are Erin Zoller and Eli Barron from Fairview Elementary School. Our school has been busy helping families who live in Sharpsburg who are impacted by the flood this fall. There were 132 families who benefited from our efforts. Our families and Fairview staff have made this a huge success. We collected 440 new items, which included 22 portable CDs players with batteries, 25 music CDs, and 19 other electronic items. We also collected 65 games such as Monopoly, Cranium, and others. We donated 83 art and craft kits and supply sets. 57 building toys and cars were donated, as well as 29 stuffed animals. 11 sports items, 25 books, 3 videos, 34 dolls, 19 action figures, 17 backpacks and lunch boxes, and 34 miscellaneous items were collected. Lots of gift wrap was collected from the Fairview staff. $1,275 was collected from the staff's jeans days, which will purchase dehumidifiers for some of the homes.
We also wanted to help collect holiday decorations. We collected 175 sets of new lights, 100 boxes of ornaments, 3 artificial trees, and many individual items to help decorate homes for the holidays. The 4th grade t-shirt sale made $710. Special area teachers had a fundraiser at Max and Irma's for the staff and a jump-a-thon hoop shoot. $345 was received from Max and Irma's, and $815 was collected from the jump-a-thon shoot. All of this money allowed us to purchase 75 Walmart gift cards for $25 each. Earlier this fall, we learned there is an immediate need for kitchen and laundry supplies. Since we collected and delivered them in 4 days, they are not individually counted. 5 trucks and SUVs were filled completely with items such as sets of dishes, glasses, silverware, coffee makers, toaster ovens, bakeware, pots and pans, utensils, laundry baskets, hangers, detergents, softeners, etc. We really hope that we are able to make the families who were hurt by the flood to know that we care about them and that the items we donated helped.
We want to thank all you kids here at Fairview for all your help in raising this money for the flood relief. Remember, every penny counts.
Happy holidays!
Thanks for a job well done, Fairview.
Kerr Elementary was another big contributor to our telethon totals. Students and faculty members have been fundraising around the clock to bring in the most money possible.
Let's go to Erin Schneider at Kerr to give us a closer look.
Hi, I'm Erin Snyder, and I'm here at Kerr Elementary with some of the teachers and students here, and they're going to tell you a little bit about what they did this year to help with the telethon.
Thank you. I'm Judy Fisher, the principal at Kerr Elementary, and we're very excited to talk to you about the many ways that the Kerr students, staff, and teachers and parents and the whole community pitched in to help the families in need. It was our Kerr community that was affected by the floods. I'd like to introduce you to some of our Kerr kids that went above and beyond on their own to help. Helena, Alyssa, Marty, and Haley collected food items to help the flood victims. Also, Becky Jo helped local children that needed clothing. These are just a couple of the examples of donations that were brought to Kerr Elementary immediately after the flood to help our own families. The guidance office was filled with donations. I'd like to introduce you to our guidance counselor, Mrs. Kristen Pollock, and also our social services liaison, Mrs. Jennifer Kettler. Those two people were instrumental in organizing all of the donations, so thank you. Let's take some time and have the children talk about what they did.
And then you can pass it, okay?
We wanted to do something to help our community. We decided to go door to door and collect canned goods to help the flood victims. We collected a lot of canned goods and other things, enough to fill 2 big buckets. We brought it to the guidance room. There's a lot of other items there.
And Becky Jo?
I decided to go through my closet and donate some of my clothes to the kids in need.
There were also many organizations and clubs that helped us out. First,
North Hills Community Outreach.
talk as loud as you can.
Network of Hope. The Lions Club. The Sylvan Canoe Club.
The Sharpsburg Family Worship Center.
Women's Golf Club.
And also the Kerr PTA and Kerr staff.
And the entire Kerr community.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells across the air. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time, it's a swell time to go riding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet, jingle around the farm. Mix and mingle in a jingling beat, that's the Jingle Bell Rock. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time, it's a swell time to go riding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet, jingle around the farm. Mix and mingle in a jingling beat, that's the Jingle Bell, that's the Jingle Bell, that's the Jingle Bell Rock.
This is our sign language group, part of our sign language group from Kerr Elementary. 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders are represented here, and they have a special thing to say.
Thank you for all your hard work. Happy holidays.
Thanks. Thanks, Kerr. You guys did a great job.
Well, Hannah, we actually have Shelly here who has a total for Kerr's donation. Shelly?
We want to give a special thank you to Kerr, who had a total donation of $878.
Wow.
What a great job at the elementary schools.
Thank you, Kerr.
Thank you.
Shelly. All right. Mrs. Kate Callahan is Executive Director at the Network of Hope, an organization that has been instrumental in distributing funds to flood victims in the Sharpsburg area.
She's agreed to join us this morning to further explain the process Network of Hope will be using to distribute the money. Let's welcome her with Mr. John Burnett.
Thank you, Julie. Thanks,
Sure.
Hannah.
Hi.
Appreciate it. Here you go. I'll pass these on down the line.
Thank you.
We'll see you ladies in just a minute. As Julie and Hannah indicated, we do have a couple of guests, important guests from the Network of Hope. And first off, I want to introduce Kate Callahan, and to her left is Ted Dillenberg, both involved with that organization. And it's great to have you guys with us today.
Well, thank you so much. We're so excited to be here.
And Ted, you're a graduate of Fox Chapel.
I am. I was a hockey player here as well.
You came out of here in the mid-'90s, right?
I did.
Yeah, and there was a Kate Callahan who graduated from Fox Chapel with my daughter in '99, but
that isn't me.
You're not her. Anyway, we are so glad to have you guys with us, and give us a brief history of how you got involved with the flood relief, and All of Us Care.
Okay, great. Well, we are a nonprofit organization that has been in existence a little over 2 years, and we partner with local churches and other community organizations. And one of the churches, Sharpsburg Family Worship Center, was flooded. They had over 7 feet of water in their basement. And so they called me and said, can you come down? A lot of the people in our congregation have been hit, and all of Sharpsburg is underwater. So we came down expecting to serve one meal, and 2 months later,
And here you are.
We're here.
And just so people know, Kate, you guys are multifaceted. You're not just a flood relief organization, although that's sort of what you've become, at least as pertains to this particular incident.
Yes, our mission's promoting lasting change, and we have over 20 services throughout the northern region. We always say north of the Three Rivers are the communities that we serve, and we serve about 300 families a month on top of what we've been doing for the flood.
Yeah, now how many have you been serving since the flood, and just in the Sharpsburg area?
In the Sharpsburg, well, what happened is just in Sharpsburg, we were able to serve about 4,200 meals in the first 10 days, and then we opened a relief center, only expecting to work with the Sharpsburg families, which would have been about 200, but because we opened our doors quickly, we had over 800 families register from 31 different communities, which shocked us. We weren't prepared for that.
Well, the need was just overwhelming.
It was, and the communities just poured out their love to the people, and we had over $250,000 worth of material goods donated to us.
Now, this is the furniture and the clothing and the
household items,
everything, appliances,
personal care, cleaning supplies, you name it. We had bedding, toys for the kids. We had everything to try to restock homes.
Yeah, that Flood Relief Center, if you haven't been down there on 23rd Street, is just such a buzz of activity. I mean, it's just people running around crazy, and they're cataloging things, and they're stuffing them in this corner and pulling them out of that corner, loading them on trucks to be delivered.
Yes.
They're coming in, it's going out. It's like, it's nuts.
It is.
But it's exactly what has to happen and in a quick way for people to get back on their feet. Ted, has it amazed you to see the generosity of the community? I mean, you're from this area. You know these people.
Every day, people are still coming in. Through the holidays, we've received thousands and thousands of gifts, and we're able to help hundreds of families just in the last week alone. Now, a lot of the money that this will be generating will be used for a generator, a dehumidifier drive. We'll have construction materials for the spring. Be able to get these people back up on their feet.
Yeah, and just so people understand, Network of Hope is an area organization, but the work that we're talking about here and the money that we're raising here today stays right here.
Right.
And primarily in Sharpsburg, because that's where almost all of the damage, at least in our district, occurred.
Correct. We, with just the vast need, we realized that we couldn't handle everything, and so each community has developed their own action team, and we've taken Sharpsburg on as our area. And so we have 130 families registered with us, but there's more families out there that haven't registered with us, and so they can still do that. And they can.
How do they do that, Kate?
They can contact us at our phone number at the Relief Center, which is 412-782-5559, or they can stop by and visit us, and we're at 130 23rd Street. It's the last street in Sharpsburg, and we're open Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 8 to 4.
And that's 412-782-5559. Give them a call. They've got help and they've got hope for everybody who was harmed by that flood back in September. So Kate Callahan and Ted Dillenberg, yes.
If I make just special thanks to the people at Fairview, Lisa Lang and our Fairview helpers that have...
District Justice Lang is in the room right now, as a matter of fact. She just walked in.
She has been a great help, but there's another Lisa Lang.
Oh,
as there are two
Lisa
and
Lisa. Oh my. Yeah. This is getting really confusing.
Yeah.
So Elisa Lang
at the Fairview Elementary School has been a huge support. The Fairview has generated thousands of dollars for us.
Wonderful.
And helped a great deal in the Give a Gift drive we just had in Sharpsburg.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you.
Appreciate all that you're doing with the Network of Hope, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Hopefully this year or this coming year you won't have as many projects to take on, but don't be surprised if you do.
Hey, we'll take them on.
We're ready.
Keep sending in the money, folks. Hannah, Julie, bring you guys back in. And, real quick, before I go, I'd just like to say a personal greeting to Doug Martin, who is a longtime friend of mine, and Mr. Martin runs the video department here at Fox Chapel. Nobody does a better job anywhere in the state than he does with this program. And unfortunately, he's out. He had a little motorcycle accident, and we miss him this year, but I'm sure he'll be back safe and sound and teaching again real soon. Happy holidays, Doug. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. And thank you to Miss Callahan and Mr. Dillenberg for coming in and talking with us again.
Yeah, it's great to know just exactly what's going on behind the scenes and where all this money's going, Hannah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Fairview is still hard at work raising as much money as possible.
I bet you're right. Let's check in one last time with the girls at Fairview.
And I'm here with the third grader choir from Fairview Elementary.
Hi. We are the three third grade classes from Fairview Elementary. We would like to share two songs with everybody. We hope that you enjoy them.
Jingle, jingle, shake it, shake it. Or when you're stirring batter for the cookies you'll be baking. Bake it, bake it. Bake it, bake it. And if you're not a dancer, you'll just pretend you're Prancer shaking snow. So let's go! Round and around and a shake your antlers up and a down and a shake your antlers round and around and a shake your antlers up and a down and a shake your antlers. Do what? Do the reindeer twist? The reindeer twist.
Thanks, Fairview. Excellent job.
Way to go, guys. Now we have a few more donations to bring in.
Okay, come on in, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good.
Good. And what's this money from?
This is from the Fox Chapel Madrigals Choir.
Okay,
Excellent. We
great.
heard your song earlier. Very
thank
nice.
you.
Thank you so much for that.
All right, and how much money did you guys raise?
We raised $64. from
Great.
caroling.
Okay.
And where were you caroling around the halls today?
Around the halls during QRT, and we went in Aspinwall and caroled.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Thank you so much
Great.
for your donation,
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, next
Next
donation.
donation?
Come on in.
Hi, guys. All right, what are your names?
Caroline.
Okay.
I'm Chris.
Okay.
This is $20 from my grandma.
Okay,
very
great.
nice. We always love community support. Is that out
Okay.
of your pocket, Chris?
Well,
All right.
thank you to
so
Carolyn's
much.
grandma.
All right.
O'Hara Elementary has a little bit more to share with us on their fundraising efforts. Arcana and Lauren have more.
From O'Hara Elementary School, we have the second year band, some of the students of the second year band, presenting Jingle Bell Rock.
For that great performance. It sure had a lot of great holiday spirit in it.
Thanks, O'Hara. Well, Hannah, it looks like you have a total from O'Hara.
I do. The total amount from O'Hara is $3,110.
Wow, excellent job, guys. All right, a few more donations. Come on
Okay,
in.
come on in.
Mrs. Mather, my wonderful English teacher.
Hello to everybody. Thank you. This is $205 from 18 people in the faculty that participated in a cookie exchange.
Okay.
So thank you.
Okay,
All right,
thank you
thank
very
you so
much. Come on in. Our next donation. Hi, girls.
And where are you guys from?
We were from marketing and we did the Almost Newlywed Game fundraiser.
How did that go? I missed out. I had a test to take during QRT. How'd it go?
It was perfect.
Okay, who won the game?
Zach Kaiser and Stevie Weiss.
Okay.
Congratulations to them.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
And our
Next donation.
Oh, it looks like we have our folks from
Curbside.
Curbside.
Hi, guys.
I bet you're happy to be inside now.
Trying to defrost a little bit. We have
Okay.
our total count
Total
from
count.
the curbside,
Okay.
which is $114.
Very
Wow,
nice.
that's pretty
Excellent.
nicely.
Very nice, guys. Thank you.
Stick
And was
it
it
in there?
We received a lot of cars actually came.
A lot of cars?
Mhm.
A lot of cars.
And is it
little
still
rain,
raining
little snow.
outside?
It's actually turned into snow.
Oh, well, great.
Very nice.
Maybe
I'm
we
sure
will
all the-
have a white Christmas.
I'm sure all the skiers will be happy. I heard the ski trip wasn't too great, all the rain and ice up there.
I wasn't there, but
Did you go on the ski
I don't
trip?
know. It's coming down. so.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much for your donations, and thanks for hanging on out there.
No problem.
All right. Hi.
My name is Kayla Grimm, and I have money from my savings.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, thank you, Kayla.
I'm Lauren Goodman, and I have a small donation for the cause. So thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right. How nice is that?
Very nice. As the end of... Okay, excuse me. We're going to take a few more donations. But first, we have Angela Lavrens here with our total.
I'm proud to present the total $23,638.47.
Oh, wow.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Angela. Great job to everyone who's helped us out today at the telethon.
As the end of our broadcast becomes closer, our principal, Mr. Williams, returns to offer a closing statement. Mr. Williams?
Hi, thanks. Just snuck in here. I was going to have my son with me too, but he's taking a wardrobe change, if you know what I mean. At 15 months, those things kind of happen. So, pardon me for not having him here. Hey, I want to congratulate everybody, especially the two of you for closing things out, for Lexi and Dee Dee starting things off, for the mayors for their attendance today. Also want to take an opportunity to thank the teaching staff. I know this can be a trying time, very trying afternoon, a lot of chaos happening in the school, but everybody hung in there very well. Very proud of the faculty, and most importantly, proud of the students. So $23,000, I think, was the total that we heard.
I think that was the closing.
Absolutely amazing. Did we get a report on the class of 66, by the way? Anybody out there? Reminders to the class of 66. The gauntlet has been thrown down, so if you're a member of the Fox Chapel Area High School class of 1966, make your donations and make your class proud.
Okay.
So, and how was the afternoon from your perspective?
I'm amazed at all the money
I
that we've
am.
raised this afternoon.
And the generosity of everyone
Absolutely.
who's been coming in.
It's wonderful. It's really nice to see the whole community getting together and everything. I hope Lauren Cower is okay as well, too. She was out there in the rain today. Take the next few days off to try and recover.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr.
that's
Williams.
it. I believe that was John Burnett who ordered that weather. So, all right. Well, once again, congratulations. And thank you. Have a wonderful holiday.
Okay, thank you.
All right, well, as we thank Mr. Williams and the rest of you for your support.
Before we would go, we would like to thank you so much for your generous contributions. Families in our area will be benefiting from your donations just in time for the holidays.
We would also like to thank everyone who has worked so hard to make today's show possible.
If you missed any portions of our live broadcast, it will be re-aired on December 24th and 26th on your local cable access channel.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in with us today. We hope you enjoyed our company. On behalf of everyone here at FC, we wish you all an enjoyable holiday season.